If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. It's also what we use to make the Kardasim Podcast. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
The Kardasim Podcast.
The Kardasim Podcast.
The Kardasim Podcast. Listen if you want to.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Kardasim Podcast. This is Khloe.
This is Kim.
This is Kourtney.
You didn't tell me we were doing introductions.
Yeah,
but
this
that's
is
fine.
new.
I
That's fine.
didn't say you had to. I was just saying this is Khloe.
I'm not saying I
did
hate it.
a
It's-
long pause and
Well,
you guys
we're all-
took that into
We're all
vacation.
hosts. We're all hosts. So
I think that went well.
yeah.
Yeah, we're all hosts. There's just co-hosts. Okay, so I guess we're gonna get right into listener response. Superstar Kevin. Love that name.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And your name starts with a K, so it's like you're part of the family.
For Kourtney,
Okay, never mind. You're not part of the family.
can you do an impression of Kim crying?
We're going to skip this question is what we're going to do.
No, I
No.
can do it.
It's okay.
Why?
Uncanny.
Wasn't
I'm sorry,
it?
Kourtney, but I think you need a little bit of work on that.
I thought it was 100.
Well,
Out of 1,000.
you need to sound more whiny.
First of all, I don't. Okay, well, we're going to disagree.
Okay.
We're going to calmly disagree. I
Okay.
don't whine.
What else does it need to sound like Kim?
What?
I don't
Whiny.
whine, first of all.
You said whiny.
And second of all,
Yeah.
I've never said why when I cry. When
Oh
I
my
do cry,
goodness.
which is rare.
Okay. Roll the clip of her saying why every single time on the show, on this podcast, on anything. Okay. Jeez.
Oh, wow.
Come
Good
on,
luck
guys.
with that name.
Come
I
on.
picked that just for
Tay,
you, Khloe.
I'm just gonna whatever. Tay Sugar and
Tay and sugar and don't forget
cookies.
cookies.
Cookies. Okay. Interesting name there.
Wow.
You know, I think these are just usernames where they don't know what to do because every username has been used and it's like here.
I think
Okay.
they should have went KOOCIES.
That's what you think?
Yeah.
Great.
Kukas.
Who is the nicest sister? I'm not the nicest sister because you can't be the nicest sister and be the toughest sister
Oh
and
my-
stick up for yourself and be a survivor and a
Oh
fighter.
my God.
I don't know who's the nicest sister.
What does nicest mean?
I don't know.
I'm going to say after me, it's probably Kendall.
Oh, I mean,
We're including them.
I think okay, yeah. Here's the thing. I actually agree.
I know we don't,
I
but-
think not after you. I think the nicest sister out of all the sisters is probably Kendall.
After me, yeah.
No, not
It's
after you.
Definitely
she's-
not.
Not
Kendall
after
is-
you.
Well,
I think that she's, she's probably. I mean, she's more grounded.
her head is level
Yeah.
and proportionate to
It's
her
kinda big.
shoulders. It is a little bit big.
She doesn't. I would say out of all of us, I mean, she's the one who probably doesn't get in the most arguments.
That's because she walks away. And it's like, Kendall, why are you walking away? And then she doesn't reply.
Constantly on her phone.
Yeah. And then next thing you know, she's in a different country.
Which is nice. I don't have to engage with her.
I mean,
So yeah, she's
I'd
the
say
nicest.
Kylie's on her phone way more than Kendall, but
Kylie's
still,
running businesses into the ground.
yeah. But I mean, Kendall. I mean, we all do our thing. Courtney, sometimes
The least nice is, I know that's not
I don't
asked.
care. Okay,
Well, there's
that
your
wasn't
answer,
that wasn't the question, Kim.
There's your
Please
answer,
be
audience.
respectful.
If you
Please
asked
be
it,
respectful to
that
Toe
would be-
Sugar and answer the question.
So the nicest obviously isn't in this room.
Okay, then.
Well, she is.
Agreed. No, she's not. Oh my goodness.
Chloe,
Okay.
I'm gonna politely disagree.
Stop being freaking rude. Okay. Retsuko.
Vitsuko.
Whatever, guys. Watermelon means cool, but that's not what it means. Watermelon means cool, but what fruit means uncool?
First of all, watermelon means so many different things that it's hard to just like pin one thing.
Yeah. It's a noun, a
soda.
pronoun, an adverb, a verb.
It's a feeling. It's a emotion.
Yeah. Now, if you want to talk in terms of cool, I mean, I guess watermelon can be
If we
cool.
had to choose a fruit, it would probably so if we were to go by your definition, definitely uncool would be strawberry. Like if we had to pick a fruit.
Okay.
I said orange soda.
No.
Well, that's not a fruit.
Well, that's where we're going, obviously.
I have nothing against.
No,
I have nothing
because
against
that-
orange.
That debate has been settled, Kourtney.
I have nothing against oranges. I don't like orange soda.
Oh, then you have a thing against oranges, Khloe.
No, I don't, because I
That's
like
called
orange juice.
being-
You stupid bitch. Do you think orange
That's
soda?
called being Bible-ist.
Orange
You
soda.
like
Oh my god,
everything that I don't like.
you're so nice.
I like how you make up words.
Orange.
That is use the dictionary.
Orange is not. There's oranges and then there's artificial flavored oranges.
There is no artificially
Anyway,
flavored
I'd say
orange
like
sodas.
lemon. I think a lemon is uncool because I mean lemons can be good, but like I would not eat a lemon just like bite into it because that's not cool. You're not gonna
what
look
about
cool
the people
doing
who
that.
do, though?
Okay, well they're not cool. I don't know what to tell you.
Wow.
I did. You're asking me what
I
about
don't
the
know.
people
That
who
pretty
do?
much explains it.
I mean, I
yeah.
said it's uncool.
And now you're just being classicist.
Yes. What about you? What fruit do you think is uncool?
I guess grapefruit.
Grapefruit. Why?
Now
Because
you're
they're
just taking
big
a
and
toll.
useless.
How are
Oh,
grapes
wow.
useless?
Grapefruit.
Yeah, listen,
Oh,
I'm a
grapes.
stupid bitch.
You don't listen.
Well, that's a very specific way to say grapefruit. We know it's a fruit. and
No.
it's a
I'm
grape.
talking about a different fruit, you stupid
There's
bitch.
something called grapefruit, and then there's grapes. They're different.
Grapes are grapefruit.
Okay.
That's just a really weird way to say it.
You've
but
been sucking on some
Okay.
lemons. Okay.
Moy
Moy Rios.
Rios.
That's what I don't know the name. Can you explain how a bill becomes a law? Sure.
Well, it's a good thing we've been really, now that I'm like in the system helping people, I like know more about laws.
Yeah, you've
now.
like been to the White
That's
House.
true. So why don't you take it, Kim?
Okay, well, first of all, the bill is written.
Bye.
Somebody named Bill. That is specific. So they take it, he takes the paper, he
Mhm.
looks at it, he brings it not to the president, but the one under him. I think he's called Vice.
I don't think the vice has anything to do with looking
I'm
at bills.
pretty sure he does. Like, how else would a bill get passed?
I think it has.
Khloe.
I think it.
And then they say yes or they say no.
Okay.
Rewrite it, Bill.
Bills being passed has very little to do with the president. They come in like last.
Okay, wow.
No, like
Khloe.
I think
Go
it
back
goes.
to
It goes
school.
to the Senate or it goes to the Congress first. I don't remember which
Yeah.
one. The House of Senate, House of Congress,
Yes.
something.
It's House of something.
Do we really care?
Yes, we should.
We
care.
should, Kourtney.
We should care.
You should know
technically.
your governmentals. Now,
Oh,
I
Lord.
would say House.
Please.
I know.
No, you
some-
know what? Go ahead.
I
This is
know
what the people
somewhere
want.
in there's a House of Cards.
Thank you, Kim.
That explained it all.
You're welcome.
Just keep studying, honey. All right. So mochi, whatever.
Mochi.
Shut up. If you all switched bodies, oh God, the things they do with
That'd
me.
be a nightmare.
If you all switched bodies for a day, what will you do? Okay, first of all, I don't know who I would switch with.
I think just like say both experiences.
There's only 3 of us.
We'll
so.
say both experiences for both things.
I don't know. If I was Kourtney, I don't know. I'd go out.
You would enjoy having a real body for one.
No, I would go out.
Natural, all natural.
I'd go out and give that body some experience, some life, something
work.
to do besides nag at people. And if I was Kim, I would toughen me up a little bit. I would, maybe go for a
what does that
run,
mean?
learn not to cry about every single thing.
You would find in my body.
leave
You would
yay.
find yourself. You would what?
Listen,
Khloe.
it would just be
this
for
took a turn.
not divorce. I'm not talking about that. I'm saying leave yay, get out of the house, do
If I was
something
Khloe for a
independent
day,
for a little bit.
Yeah, she'd leave him for a day.
What would you do with this revenge body? Come.
well, since Khloe is like never gets hurt, I would like jump from every building.
Are you kidding
like
me?
like in the movies where you could jump from building like those people who do that parking. I think it's called parking.
Parkour?
So
I
wait,
think it's parking.
if you die as Khloe,
I would come back.
Would Khloe die?
No, the whole point is that
because she doesn't.
It's for a day.
you're saying if she's in my body, I'd have to be in hers or something, and then I would die in her body?
Yes.
Because if she's in my body, she wouldn't die. Because I don't.
Where did you go?
Because I'm a fighter and survivor. So
Okay.
she
Oh
even
my
just
God.
admitted it now, saying I never get hurt.
So
because
if
I
I'm
would
a
she's
take
fighter.
that off
your
of
body.
my license plate, first of all, because I hate that you put that on there.
Well, listen, I speak truth.
I would take off fighter and survivor.
And I
I
would
would-
put truth on yours and put stupid bitch.
I would do parking all day. And then as Kourtney, I'm pretty sure I would do the opposite of I would go around to everybody and apologize, starting with me.
Actually, I agree with that
Apologize
answer.
for what?
We're not going to
Where
we
do
don't
we
even have
start?
time.
Where do we start?
Kourtney.
That's a good question. Where do we start?
How about with your sisters? How about we try it right now?
No.
Okay, then I
Okay,
rest.
well, yeah, there's our answer.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
rest my
so
briefcase.
that's that. Thank you for your questions with your weird names.
The Kardasim Podcast is brought to you by Gizmo Grind. Gizmo Grind makes selling your used smartphones and other tech simple. Instead of trading it in for store credit, a Gizmo Grind trade gets you paid with your choice of check, Zelle, or PayPal, and it's all done online. Start by visiting the site and getting an instant quote. Print out the prepaid label and drop it off at your local CVS or USPS office. By visiting gizmogrind.com/the Kardasim Podcast, listeners of this podcast can receive an additional $10 bonus if you trade in your device today. That's gizmogrind.com/the Kardasim Podcast.
That's so watermelon. The watermelon.
Okay, guys, time for That's So Watermelon, where we take 5 random topics and we decide if they are so watermelon or so not watermelon.
Favorite
Yay.
segment. I thought I'd add a little something to the end.
Is
All
it
right.
yours?
It didn't
First-
add
Don't
anything.
speak for everybody.
Don't do this, okay?
I'm not, but don't
This
speak
is
for
my
me.
segment.
Okay.
First,
All right, if we could start.
Kourtney. First topic: resistance. So watermelon or so not watermelon?
Resistance training.
Resistance to what?
I'm guessing they just mean in general.
I mean, if
Resistance
it's
to this
something,
room.
I mean, if it's something that's so not watermelon, then yes, resist. Like, why
I mean,
wouldn't
I
you?
think it's very good to get rest. And if you get it in resistance, if you get a lot of rest, then that's good.
Okay.
Okay, well, the word aside, Kim, let's just talk about something that you wouldn't like and you would just put it away.
Mm-hmm.
What would that mean to you if you didn't want to do it because you chose not to?
So I take this thing I don't like and I put it away.
Whatever it is, whether it be a situation in your life, your husband,
Kanye. Yeah.
whatever.
My thoughts.
Well, I don't know how you'd be able to like breathe in a drawer or a cupboard.
I'm trying to have them answer this
you
question
told me
properly
how
without
if
you
I
sounding
put
like a
something
stupid
away
bitch.
I didn't like,
Doing something.
how are you going to breathe, Khloe?
You don't like breathing?
No, if you said I put away something I don't like, I'm assuming you mean like in a drawer or a cupboard or something
Wait,
like
if she's
that.
putting away something she doesn't like, then that's easy to resist.
Yeah, I'm saying,
Because she
what
doesn't
does that
like it.
mean to you?
I'm confused.
Yeah, how if I'm putting it away, how am I resting?
Okay, then. Okay, you're a stupid bitch. Screw it, Kourtney. What would you do? How does resist feel to you?
It feels pretty good.
Okay, what does it mean to you?
What
Is
does
it
it
so
mean
watermelon?
to you?
I think it's a watermelon.
I think
already
it's so
said
I
it.
watermelon.
think
said
it's
if you're-
super
If
watermelon.
you're resisting something that isn't making you happy, isn't bringing something important to your life,
And
or
you're
whatever.
asleep anyway, so you
But
don't
what if
witness
it's something
it.
that
It has
is
nothing to
really
do with
good for you,
sleeping.
but you should resist it?
If you're resisting, you are resting.
No, you just said it yourself. There's resting and then there's resisting.
It's the same thing. It's like French.
No.
Do you think it's so watermelon or so not watermelon?
It's so watermelon.
Okay, I think it's so watermelon.
It's good for your skin.
It's watermelon.
Okay. Moving on.
Next topic. Boredom. So watermelon or so not watermelon?
So not watermelon.
I actually think boredom doesn't exist.
It does exist.
How?
Just because you're not
always
affected by it doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
You know what? We should probably ask
You probably
the queen of
resist
boredom.
it.
We should. You rest on. Anyways, we should probably ask the queen of boredom, Kourtney.
Yeah,
So
Kourtney.
watermelon or so not watermelon?
I'm not saying you're boring. I'm just saying you're fond
Well-
of boredom.
Well, that's debatable.
Okay, go ahead. Kourtney, how do you feel about it?
I'm never bored, so I don't know what
You
we're talking
say it
about.
all the time,
Yeah,
Kourtney.
you say that we bore you.
Anytime we hang out, you say we're boring.
No, I just don't want to be around you guys. I'm not bored.
So that's just a signal. Why don't you just say that then? Because it's faster
I
to
do say
boring.
that. I never say I'm bored.
Look, that's okay. Well, we assume it's the same thing.
So it's so
But I'd say it's so not watermelon.
okay. I mean, I guess
Well, I don't think it. I don't know how to answer that because it's. I
Because
just don't think.
you.
How can anybody ever be bored if you're doing something? You're not bored. We're always breathing. That's something. Are you bored?
you can do something and still get bored by it. I mean, like
Then why are you doing it to begin with?
because like there's things in life that you can't like avoid or whatever. Like using the bathroom, it's boring, but we have to do it. You know what I'm saying?
It
you
doesn't
think
have
using
to
the bathroom's
be.
boring? It's quite entertaining.
I
It
think
can be.
it's-
Ye's
it's
taught me a lot of
It's a
things.
chore that I'll do happily or whatever, but
So
it's still
peeing
boring.
bores you,
Yeah, it's boring. You're just sitting there.
but doing the other thing doesn't bore you.
But I said using the bathroom. Then you got specific. I
No,
didn't.
No,
Okay, whatever. Boredom is so not watermelon.
it's neither.
Okay. So don't answer.
And
the
then
question.
Courtney's already. Well, I just
Well,
did
You're
answer.
incapable of answering.
I
the
get
question.
bored of Chris.
Okay, that we can agree. Okay,
Well, we're not
now
talking
I
about,
get it.
we're
Now
not
I get
talking
it.
about what bores. That's something
And I
that.
fall into boredom.
But I get it now because when Mom starts talking,
Yeah, that's something. So
it's so not watermelon.
yeah,
To hear
okay.
her going on,
I just needed an example. So
Yeah.
not watermelon.
much like her second daughter.
I know you mean like second from Caitlyn.
No, I mean her second daughter, as in 1, 2. Okay.
I would count which one you are, but
The middle
too
child
many
is
of
so
us.
watermelon.
you're not the mid. Rob is the middle child.
I'm talking about sisters.
So that's. Did you just say I'm so watermelon?
No.
Wait, Khloe, stop. There's too many of us.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Next.
Who's Rob?
Why doesn't his name start with a K?
Because he stands out.
I feel like Mom was drunk that day.
Got bored with the K's.
And then continued them after Rob.
Yeah, he could have been a.
Therefore,
Okay.
the sisters. That's what I was referring to. The sisters.
He could have been Ken.
Okay.
We should probably call him that. Just
We should
so
move
Just so
on.
he feels included. You know how he gets
Or Claus. Claus Kardashian.
with a K. Oh yeah,
Guys, we're not going to change our baby brother's name.
Rob, we love you just the way you are.
Yeah, and I wouldn't change your name for anything like these stupid bitches.
I wouldn't change anything.
You're not
But
listening.
I never said I'd change it.
He hasn't listened to one of
I
our
was
podcasts.
he doesn't.
I don't think
but
he knows we have one.
I forgot to tell him. I'll be honest.
Well, that's what happens. Not surprised. Okay.
That's on you, Khloe. Okay.
Oh, please. Well, I
Next
am the boss.
topic.
I should know
Let
better.
me finish what I have to say.
Okay. Rude.
Next topic. Halloween. So watermelon or so not watermelon?
So watermelon if I'm not the only one responsible for passing out the candy.
It's watermelon because I get to scare kids.
I'm going to say so not watermelon because I see a lot of me.
All you do is dress up every year.
No, I know.
And
I
you
do
love it
that.
seeing people
I
dress up as you.
I like to outdo other people.
Why do you
yes.
think people dress up as you on Halloween?
I don't know.
Is that
but
a compliment?
It's so,
They go
it's
around scaring
so
kids
confusing.
screaming, "Wah!"
They do that, and I'm just like, is this like the evil of me? Like, is that?
It's you.
No, it's just you.
I'm pretty sure that's like they're just playing it up for Halloween. They're like,
no, you don't have to play up
why?
anything. It's just you.
Mm-hmm.
Works pretty well for
and
the
they
holiday.
come to our house like all the time, and I'm like, first of all, how'd you get
I
past
have
security?
nightmares.
And they're like 5.
One year I opened up the door and it was nothing but Kums. And it was just, I
They
threw them the
stuffed
candy and I
pillows.
said, Happy Halloween. And I closed the door.
You
well,
threw it
that's
at
what
them?
you thought
I was
happened.
scared.
You,
Did they
you
call the-
fainted, actually.
I didn't. I mean, they gave me a trick before I gave them the trait. Let me tell you.
I don't get it, but I guess I'll say I'm flattered. So I'm gonna say so watermelon.
Well, villains never think they're the bad guy, but I do think it is so watermelon.
Are you talking about the movie Halloween?
Yeah.
Because he definitely, Freddy in that movie, Freddy Krueger doesn't think he's
Mm-hmm.
the bad
Okay,
guy.
no.
Mm-hmm.
That is Halloween.
Yes.
That's where he comes out of the jack-o'-lantern, right?
Yes.
I knew it. Okay, and that's the one with
Anything you say is right. Just-
Jamie Sim Curtis.
okay.
She comes out of the jack-o'-lantern, but her name's not Jack, so she gets haunted
So you think it's so
at the
watermelon?
camp.
Great. Moving on.
And then she wakes up as a grown man.
That one, yeah.
Hey, spoilers for people who haven't seen it.
Sorry. Okay, just like skip over this. We gave so many spoilers of Halloween. Next topic. Shame. So watermelon or so not watermelon?
Shame on me.
We don't have copyright, Khloe.
I didn't. Hey, I was just saying shame
Don't
on me.
Do not
Hey, don't
sing.
point it out and it won't be copyright, right?
You sang it
Hey,
already.
don't point it out and it won't be copyright.
I'm going to say so
I'm
I'm just
watermelon.
saying shame on me.
I'm going to say so watermelon.
If
And
I need release.
I just got a text from a lawyer.
great.
It's
Oh,
copywritten.
please.
Great, Khloe.
Oh, please.
You
From
know
who?
that mom listens and then the
My
lawyer
lawyer.
is there. Great.
Great.
We'll deal with that later, but I'm going to say so watermelon.
Uh,
I think it's good. You go onto Simstagram, sorry. That's our version
I'm
of
already
Instagram.
afraid of what you're going to say.
You go onto Simstagram, you pull up somebody's
Oh, my God.
Simstagram,
Mm-hmm.
for example. And then if they do something that they're not supposed to do and
Is
maybe
this going
you
to
get
be about the snakes again?
No.
Yeah, because I think that's where you really need a lawyer coming in because you technically broke the law.
I can't discuss it one way or the other legally, but
Mm-hmm.
and I do know law, but what I will
that night.
we can't discuss that particular case, but
Yeah.
if I were to give an example, I would say if you're the one producing the shame, go ahead. But if you get shamed, so not watermelon.
All we get is shame, and you want to shame others.
That's all you do, Khloe. You have a whole
This isn't about me. We're talking about you. I'll get to me in a second.
no, we're gonna get to you this second.
Okay, then shut up and let me talk for myself.
You've got a whole gallery
Shame,
of booty
let
hole
Oh
me
my
tell you
God.
how I feel if it's so watermelon or so not watermelon. I think it's so watermelon when it calls for it. I've been shamed for
Mhm.
things and people call me out, and you know what? I grow from
You
it.
respond, Khloe.
Yeah,
You're
I
a strong
respond.
black woman.
Yeah, and you know what? I came to your defense when you were too busy just, playing recordings and all that. I came to your defense and I shamed
Yeah.
them. Okay? Booty hole pictures.
But then when it came back
aren't easy
on
to come
you,
by.
what you have to do, Khloe, instead of retaliating, did I say that right?
Sure.
I'm shocked.
Instead of doing that, you have to delete everything you said and pretend it never happened.
Well, that's what we always do.
Yeah.
No,
But-
you clap back first and then
So,
you delete it and that was
So?
never on the internet, Cam.
you know what? Stop doing impressions of me
Because
because I
it's
don't.
good?
I mean, you make me sound like I always say your name like Cap. I don't say your name
You
like
do
that.
say her
Cap.
name like that.
Whatever. Courtney.
I think shame is
Oh, please. We already know how you feel about it.
watermelon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm shocked,
And
Kourtney.
why do you feel the? Why do you
Kourtney
feel?
doesn't clap back as much, though.
Yeah, that's because
I don't
she-
need to.
You tend to do other things.
I just kind of look at you and I'm
Yeah.
clapping back.
Yeah.
She
like,
judges
right
more
now.
than she shames.
Yeah.
So,
It's just true.
And then somehow she gets paid for it.
I mean, we all get paid to do what we do.
I wish we could get paid for shaming. All those snakes are. I mean, if that had happened,
I mean, I think what I loved is I wasn't here for it, but like when Nikki was here on the podcast, like she was calling you out on your crap.
we're not. Well, that
And
we're
she
not
was
going to discuss
shaming
that.
you.
She's never going to be in this room again. So
Don't be so
look
sure.
who won that argument.
How come she can't be
If
here?
I want to invite her back to my podcast, I'll do it.
Khloe, okay, go get a podcast and then invite her on it
Uh-huh.
because this is our podcast.
I feel like she's here right now.
Even if she was here in spirit, I would get an exorcism.
Whatever.
Mm.
I think it's so
I learned that from when we did Five Nights at Freddy's, we had to have
Oh Lord,
that
please.
person come and like cleanse.
I don't want to think about that night.
An exorcism.
Anyway, it's so watermelon or so not watermelon, depending. As long as you're not doing it to me.
Yeah. If it's not affecting us, so watermelon.
If it affects others and brings shame to others,
Mm-hmm.
it's
So
watermelon.
Mm-hmm.
So watermelon. Last topic, fortune cookies. So watermelon or so not watermelon?
So not watermelon. I don't need a cookie telling me my future.
Are you just mad because they never came true for you?
No, I'm mad because most of them did, and I really don't need them doing that.
I think they're
think
so
Ye
not
sh-
watermelon because how do they get the fortune in the cookie?
That is a good question. You know what? I think Ye could do fortune cookies.
You mean create them?
What do you mean do them?
Like put in the little things, the papers that go in there. I think he'd
is
have a lot
fortune
of
cookie.
he would have a lot of good thank you.
Yeah,
I'm
he
gonna
is.
pass that along to him. He'll love that.
Everything
He's cracked like a fortune cookie, I'll tell you that.
Everything.
With knowledge. Yeah.
Everything he has said can literally be on a
On
piece
a-
of paper,
yeah.
cheap piece of paper that means nothing. So that's how I feel about it. The cookie
well,
is what really
he's
matters.
environmentally
Yeah, the cookie's
minded,
delicious.
so
Okay, so it's so watermelon, I guess. Whatever.
they're
or no,
they're
wait, no, I
so
already
not.
said it's so
no,
not
yeah,
watermelon.
they're so not watermelon.
Yeah.
It depends.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now let's get on to segment 3. Who's the smartest? All right. I think we know how this goes by now. We're
Okay.
giving 3
This is
random
literally
words.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay, well, if you'll let me get through it.
Okay, go.
Be
We're
nice.
given 3
Kim.
random words, and we have to try to guess the definition. Whoever gets it to the closest definition wins.
Okay.
For the moment. Doesn't mean you're the smartest.
Well, I won the last time. Spoiler alert.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the first word is hysternal.
I'm gonna say, I think that's a table.
How do we know you didn't cheat? Because you picked these words.
I didn't.
Yeah,
I
that's
literally
true.
didn't. I put a paper over the screen.
You're a
and I looked at
lying
these.
bitch. That's what I think.
Khloe, just because I won last time doesn't mean I'm cheating.
Oh,
That's exactly
wow.
what I think it means. Anyway,
You want to pick the words next time, Khloe, to make sure we're not cheating?
no.
Hysternal sounds like a table, but not like an end table or a coffee table. It sounds like a table that would be like in a bathroom.
Okay. Like
to
when
me, I think it's a harness.
Like sexual harm, like
why does it have to be sexual? What if it's wire work?
Like
Like in a movie?
hysternal, like history. There's a lot of history
I was going to say
on the
that.
harness.
I was going to say
So
that I
it's-
think it has to do something with like history books or like
It holds history somehow.
the table books. Like
So a
the table
history
of
book.
contents, histernal. Like, I don't know, like, it has history.
flip back to the hysternal.
And you said table, so are we guessing the same thing?
No,
No, you said harness.
no, she means a physical table. I'm
I
talking
think
about
an
a table
actual
of continents
Yeah, not
in a book.
Kourtney. Do you not know what a table of contents? It's not an actual table.
She said continents.
Are you really going to get on me on what I do and don't know?
I was talking to Kourtney, Khloe. Oh my god.
Oh,
So now you're just attacking for no reason.
I'm so used to it.
I'm pretty sure. So used to attacking. I'm pretty sure that it's a table in a bathroom
I think it has something to do with history.
right next to the toilet.
It says hysternal tense is a past tense for the previous day.
History.
Wow.
Mhm.
It's history.
So it literally is history.
Yeah. Yeah. Yesterday
But
is
you said table
histernal.
of contents.
Oh my god, that needs to be a word.
That
How
needs
come
to
people
come
don't do
back.
that? You-
That yesterday was so hysternal.
that man, he is so histernal.
He's, yeah.
I
Those
like
clothes
it.
are hysternal.
Mm-hmm.
Hysternal.
Call boss and tell her to put in the next script. Histernal.
You both are hysternal.
Histernal.
You're
Hysternal
about to be
bitches.
hysternal.
Your attitudes are so histernal. Okay.
So Khloe got that.
I got a point.
An event that occurred yesterday.
Wow.
I mean, I guess, Kourtney, don't
No,
you get a
that's
point
it.
too?
Next word.
She said history too.
I did say history.
No,
What
you
did you say
said
originally?
harness. She
Okay.
said harness.
1 point for me and you.
No,
Chloe.
that's
0
not
for
Or
how
Chloe.
one
it
point
goes.
for me.
Okay, the next word is fample.
Sample.
Sample.
Like sample.
Give
but
me an example.
fample
A funny
With
sample.
the F.
A sample.
I'm
How do
gonna
you-
say
FAMBLE? How do you spell that?
It's literally in front of you, Khloe.
FAMPLE.
I don't have my phone open. This is one segment where I don't have to look at it.
FAMPLE.
Okay. Does this is this maybe that's what they call like something like in a family tree? Like a family tree is a fample.
It's the one you want to kick out, the relative you want to kick out.
No, I didn't say that. I'm saying fample is a collection of people.
Okay. So
there's
you
the family
think...
tree, and then the people in it are the fample.
Okay.
Family.
Mm-hmm.
What about you? What do you think it is?
I think it's a button.
You think it's a button?
Yeah, like undo your fample. Yay.
Wow.
If I were to use it in a sentence.
This is becoming sexual again.
If I were to use it in a sentence, that could be a button on a suitcase.
But you told Kanye to undo his fample.
Yeah.
That doesn't have to be.
That could be a button on an envelope, on a box.
Or he's about to give a speech and he wants to unbutton one of his samples.
Or up on the collar, he wants to undo his sample because it's getting hot and he's about to rap to the nation.
It sounds like a delicious drink.
Get me a fample.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
Give me a fample, shaken, not
That's
stirred.
double fample.
Get me a fample, put orange soda.
A fample on the rocks.
I think mine's the closest.
A collection of people.
I can see all of these being fample. If not, it's histernal, and we don't have to talk about it.
See, that's how we learn new words.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll tell you guys what fample means.
Okay.
It means to feed a child.
Oh.
I'm going to fample this child. That sounds more like you're going to beat them.
I don't want to talk about this anymore. It's histernal.
It's definitely histernal.
That doesn't make any sense.
That literally.
I mean, I'm
I don't
all
get
for
how-
feeding children, but can we just call it what it is? Feeding children?
Who wants to, you want to write a song called like Feed the Children, or do you want to write a song called Fample?
So it's like feeding
I'm
a kid a
gonna
sample.
Fample.
So here's a fample.
Here's a fample.
Like, that's
I'm
confusing to people. Like, if you want to
feeding-
feed children who are in need, don't just say fample and then say call this number. Like, that's
like,
wrong.
guys, we're gonna get out there and fample.
Like, I'm gonna go to Africa and fample.
Fample. Yeah,
No.
that sounds like you're gonna fondle an antelope or something.
Just say we're going to feed the children and good
and
for
leave
you.
it at that. Like, say what it is.
Or feed your own children, whatever, but don't call it
yeah,
fample.
like kids,
Honey,
time
did
to
you fample?
fample. Yeah.
Like, that's stupid.
Yeah, that's not a good title to raise money. Like,
Is she breast fampling?
feed the children is better than fample.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just say it.
Yeah.
It's no wonder people don't say this.
That's still not what I'm on.
All right, the next word, sneck draw. One word, sneck draw.
I'm going to guess that means to draw something in the same sequence as somebody else.
I think it means you can like pull out something really quick as fast as a snake.
Well, I was picturing like two cowboys like drawing like their
That's not what
Their
you just don't
weapons.
steal my answer.
No, that's what
Chloe.
I'm saying. Like, that's what I was picturing in my head, like drawing out something in the same thing. So, like, it's a draw, and they're drawing
You
out
said
their weapons
draw,
at the
like
same.
drawing
No,
something
that's not what I
at
meant.
the same time.
That's not what I
That's
meant.
What you said, Chloe.
That's not what I meant.
Clarify
Yeah, I'm
next
confused.
time. Yeah, clarify. You were talking about like
no,
art
that's
drawing.
not what I meant. That
Oh
is
my
not
God,
what I meant.
clarify,
I was
Chloe.
literally picturing two people pulling out something at the same time, like their guns or whatever.
And drawing. That's what you said, like art drawing.
What do you do as a cowboy? You draw your guns. You don't draw.
Chloe, you make no sense.
Whatever.
I think it's just, taking something out really fast as a snake. Specifically a snake.
I would like to point out that Kim just used her hand to be in the symbol of a gun while saying snake. So I'm not sure exactly what she's trying to do.
It's called
You pull out a snake
illustration.
out of your ass, you stupid bitch.
I
It's
think
called-
a sneck draw is like a snail that like has a neck.
Snake.
But
Or
I think
it
a
could be
snail
a
is
type-
definitely
It
involved.
could be a type
No,
of,
you already
like-
have your answer. And you stick to
No,
it.
you stole my answer.
I did not steal your answer. You weren't listening to it in
It could
the
be a
proper
type
way.
of cookie,
A cookie now?
like
Okay,
a
Courtney,
snickerdoodle,
please put us
which
out of
you
our
wouldn't
misery.
find in a bakery.
Oh my lord, we're not gonna go there.
Okay, a sneck draw. A sneaky or mean person.
Wow.
So Kim,
So not a cookie.
not a cookie.
No.
I mean, you can have a mean cookie.
You
He'd
damn
be so
snack
good.
draw.
What I've
So that's
taken.
supposed
It
to.
doesn't
that,
really
I think
Blow
if
off
you-
the tongue.
I think if you lived in the olden times and where they said snack draw, that would be your stupid bitch, Khloe.
I mean, no, because
That's
there's
not
a
what it
difference
means,
between.
Kim. You snack draw.
Yeah, there is a difference between
There's-
mean and
Yeah,
stupid
like I
bitch.
wouldn't call you a snack draw for being mean if you're being a stupid bitch.
Wait, so snack draw means what?
So
Does
that's
it,
not a
does it mean
synonym
to be
for
sneaky?
what I want.
I would probably be considered
You're
a snack draw.
yeah.
I happily take that title.
But you're also hysternal, so.
Yeah. So is
You're
your.
hysternal.
Yeah.
Always.
That's the end of this segment. Thank you so much for we still haven't made any Kardasim Podcast merchandise, but go buy it anyways.
Thank
I mean,
you
you
for
can
listening
buy-
to segment
in your
3.
mind.
That was
You can
my
buy
segment,
SimGM
by the way.
merchandise. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for
That
listening.
means that Khloe wins this segment, but we're not going to talk about that.
Oh, yes, I did
what
win.
we are
I
going to
did
say
win.
is
Wow,
this
I'm the
is
smartest
end of the podcast. So
for Kim.
thank you so much for listening.
Thank you guys so much for listening. And
You should go listen to our other ones where we debate about
don't tell people
stuff.
what to do.
if they want to.
Yes, that's fair.
Courtney, did you just burp?
I had a fortune cookie.
Wow, so
Okay.
that was so snack draw of you.
That was very snack draw of you.
Thank you.
so hysternal. Anyway,
Go out there and fample people.
you guys
That's a
can
good
go
thing
listen
do.
to our hysternal of podcast that we've done in the past.
Oh,
And thank you guys for listening. You're so watermelon.
stay watermelon.
Bye.